Hey, welcome back to Command Block Survival, where we are once again in the new snapshot, 40A, and they introduced a bug. Not the two boats on top of each other. That's a custom enchant we made in a previous episode, but they made it so that if you wish to change the rotation of something, we're going to change the top boat here, and this one, if you try and rotate the boat, you'll notice it kind of sank down a little bit, and that is because it dismounted off of the entity it was riding. Oh no! How will we ever get into the boat now? Now that we can't rotate the top boat properly so that we can actually click correctly onto the boat. Oh wow, actually I got into the bottom one. It looks really janky though. Now rather than fix this bug, Mojang introduced a new command. And this is actually my first time using this command ever. So I want to see how this works. Can we use it to rotate this boat properly? Oh, that's right. You can do facing directions. We don't need that for this. -90. Oh, that absolutely works. It doesn't dismount it. Boat rotations are still kind of broken, but that's okay. Wait. Well, I've tried fiddling with it a bit, and this is about the best I can do. It just kind of fiddles a little bit, and then it turns when you get out of the boat. And I think that's because boats have... like if I turn right here, you'll notice it turns right. So it's like it thinks I'm still turning the boat. They're always weird. I'm sure it probably works fine on regular entities. So we have 2 villagers in here. And if I just turn this on needs redstone, one of them is, the nearest one is always going to be looking at me. Which is really weird because he wants to move in a different direction, but... Oh, he can like strafe. Oh, that's weird. That looks super funky. That's something you couldn't really do because if you teleported, it would stop them from moving. But now they can move while you're still controlling their rotation, which is actually really cool and also kind of weird. What could we use this on? So this is the pet slime that we have. We'll just add a little rotate command. It only updates sometimes. Maybe it's because he's no AI. I think I'm okay with that. He kind of follows us, looks around. So in the vein of making our world feel a little bit more alive, like what we did with Uzi, I wanted to fix something that we made quite a long time ago, actually. This is a bee farm. So this bee farm, it currently only has one little bee inside of there. He is not coming out because the honey is full, so we should actually get some empty bottles here. We'll probably want to make a crafter, I'm thinking, so that we can keep this thing up and running. But if we use honey bottles... I said, if we collect honey bottles. If we collect honey... What? Why is it not working? Okay, I guess a little bit of rediscovery is happening. No, okay, so you can use this on the beehive. And then the bee should come out. Is there a bee in there? There's not! That's really not good. There's supposed to be a bee in there. It's not this one. This is a backup bee. You know, this sums up so well what the problem with this thing was. There was 3 bees in here to begin. I don't know if this guy's gonna be mad. But the problem with bees... The problem with bees is they get lost. Which is why we have some command blocks back here. Yeah, like this one, teleport. If it gets too far away, it teleports them back. So that's supposed to, you know, keep them in this area, make it feel lived in and alive and, you know, really pleasant. Now, interestingly, in this snapshot, well, actually not this one, but the 1.21.2 snapshots, they have supposedly improved bees, which will hopefully help them not get lost. We'll see. We're going to leave this guy working on his flower, and we're going to double check some of these command blocks because some of these are probably outdated. Like I said, we're going to do the crafter thing. So we're definitely going to overhaul this a lot. Okay, I already see a problem right here. Entity data. This is outdated, I believe. We should double check. Oh, and not to mention the bees thing is now lowercase. I mean, we saw that for a second, split second over here, bees. Oh, wait a second. I almost forgot the most important part of this whole contraption. The reason why there's so many command blocks instead of just like one for teleporting. Oh, is he gone? Did he go back in the beehive? Please say yes. Yeah, he's in there. Okay, that's good. This has been a huge problem in the past. Oh yeah, entity data has been changed a lot. We need him to come out of there. And the way we're gonna do that is we're going to actually set their minimum ticks. Oh, I took so long he came out anyway. Wait, I lost him already. Oh, please tell me he didn't go in here. Oh. I just looked for whatever the nearest bee is, and the bee that was supposed to be in the hive I'm pretty sure is in here, but the bee that is that we just lost, I don't know where he is. Oh, yes, here's one bee. Okay. So here's how the thing works. So we throw a speed potion onto the bee. It's supposed to make him be quicker. And then he'll like come out of the hive quicker. And so it's sort of a command block way of making a better beehive. But obviously there's the trade-off of having to, you know, make splash potions. So let's just update this quickly. So that's bees. And then it's min ticks in hive. That's lowercase and underscore. And the ID is no longer a number. That shows you how long ago I made this. It was quite some time ago. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Okay, so let's just delete that. Apparently it modifies their movement speed, so this might be kind of funny. Tag equals super bee. What is this? Well, we're just gonna turn it on and see what happens. It might not affect him. Oh, it just worked. Why didn't it work before? I guess that button is useless. Oh wait, I remember movement speed didn't really work on them before, but I think they added something else. Flying speed. Oh, okay, it's experiment time. Never mind. There he goes. Yeah, so this is how the bees get lost. Well, anyway, let's see what flying speed does here. We'll do a modifier so we don't have to adjust the base speed. So let's give him more flying speed. Oh no. Okay, he doesn't seem that much faster, so I'm gonna make it a little bit unreasonable. Let's just do 3. What? It's like the second he touches ground, he goes crazy. Yeah, okay, I remember that's what the movement speed did. It only affected them if they touched the ground. And honestly, that's probably how they were getting lost. They were just launching off of some block into the distance and like literally unloading so it couldn't even teleport them back. Okay, he should be getting teleported back, and he is definitely not. Come to me, Mr. B. Oh. I think he went in the hive, hopefully. Okay, so I set the movement back to normal, and I am going to just try the flying speed faster. He's definitely doing his little dance faster. But the flying speed doesn't really look that much faster. At least he's not zooming off into space. I'm pretty sure that was just the movement speed. But looking at all the commands, nothing sets this tag. That means I was setting it manually, which is really dumb. Now, depending on how we add the tag, that can actually change how smart this entire contraption is. And seeing these extra beehives has kind of given me the idea of like, what if we had multiple of these stations around the island? Because again, we're going with like what makes the island look alive, right? So it'd be nice to have multiple, you know, like maybe one over here and maybe one on another part of the island. So anywhere we go, we can like see these little bees working. So then ideally, we would be able to track some special beehive. I mean, potentially we could just only add it to bees with speed. The thing about that is like we have the teleport commands. So if they're too far away, it teleports them back. And if they don't have speed, they could potentially just fly away because they don't have the tag anymore and it's tracking the tag. I just got a better idea. I was gonna remove the tag when they don't have the effect, but then it's like, hey, wait a second. If they get the effect once, they're probably sticking around here. So why don't we just tag them once and call it good? That's probably what this system works best with. There's a couple other commands here that we're gonna try out. I don't really know what they do. Like, crops grown since pollination. Like, obviously it changes that tag, but why? Also, why are these separate? Oh, it's to make him collect nectar faster. I mean, on one hand, I like that speed, but it feels too fast. Also, it's creepy that his eyes go red. I think that's probably to influence the pathfinding in some way, but seems dangerous. This I think we will leave. This actually prevents them from pollinating like wheat or potatoes or something. So they're less likely to get lost, and they'll also take a shorter path back. We could potentially try upping the flying speed. Where is it? Here. 10. I mean, they're not really flying quicker, but when they land on a flower, it at least looks a little bit faster sometimes. Oh, well, not anymore. Oh, he just lost his flying speed, so he couldn't even properly see it. I think I have another splash potion. Oh yeah, see, now he's circling really fast. Supposedly it takes 400 ticks for them to get the pollen. And I wish that that was an NBT we could control somewhere. You know what? Whatever. We are going to make our own way to track this. We'll just make a little bee pollen objective, and then we can track how long they're sitting on the flower. And rather than wait for 400 ticks like the default, I think we'll just put it at 100. So that'll be a fourth of the time. And then we'll give them the nectar. I'm burning through these splash potions faster than I expected. The testing is proving to be quite expensive. Okay, so he doesn't have speed. So this should still take a pretty long time. Oh wait, I forgot to check for the flower. Yeah, it's just checking if he has speed. It's not checking if he has a flower below him. Okay, that was a good catch. All right, so it's taken him a long time. We put speed, and then he spins around, it looks fast, and then he gets the nectar. Let's just double check. Oh, he kind of flies off of it. Yeah, so if we do maybe 0.1 instead of 0.5. Ah, yep, it's going up now. Conveniently, it actually resets when he goes back in the hive too. 100, and we're good. He still wants to hang around. What? Oh, he still waited until 400 there. That is strange. Does that happen every time? I wonder if his NBT isn't updating correctly. So he hits 100. He has the pollen. He doesn't care. Pulling him off the flower didn't work either. Okay, the anger time seems to, not always, but like watch when it hits 100. Not the first time, but then the second time it seems to work. So that's why we had the anger time, probably. Let's see another one. He's angry. Okay, what I just did was I removed the flower position. And that seems to immediately make the bee assume it no longer knows, or no longer cares, I guess, where the flower is. Okay, that's way, way, way better, because then there's no red eyes. It looks weird. The number stopped. Oh, yep. It's working again. All right, sweet. So we have a system that works, and importantly, a lot of these commands have been designed now with the idea of multiple beehives in mind. I've totally removed the teleport command, and this guy hasn't gotten lost yet, which isn't saying that much, but the only thing that is positional is this. It changes the actual beehive block, and it sets the min tick value, which I've been thinking about increasing to like 40. That's just 2 seconds, but That way it's not just like the bee immediately pops out. We can kind of get a sense for it here. Oh yeah, yeah, okay. So there's just a little bit of time. Yeah, so it's like he has to, you know, put the honey away or something, you know. It gives it a little bit of, I don't know, internal consistency within what we're imagining here. So we have all the core mechanics for this setup figured out except for autocrafting. There we go. Get a few crafters. And just to reiterate, the reason that we really want to do an autocrafter at all, like, you know, how does that make the island look better? Well, the reason is when all these bottles are full of honey, there's no bottles in here. This gets jammed up. The bee doesn't think it needs to work anymore and it stops coming out. What's going to be tricky is trying to fit all this redstone into the same area here. So the crafter should be pretty straightforward. I already set up something here. It just automatically crafts everything. You'll notice it chucks the honey blocks and the glass bottles. This is where it gets tricky because the honey goes in here, the glass bottles go up in here. Space constraints are becoming an issue very quickly. The fact that this mountain curves around is annoying, but what gets worse is when you realize there's a bunch of stuff down here. This is the XP tank calculation. It is very complicated, which is why I have signs that have the equation on it, because it's way too hard to remember, but it means we can't really go any lower here. And so it's very squished in here. And I haven't even made the system that will bring the empty bottles back. But what we're going to do is test it out. So what should happen is the honey block should end up in here and the empty bottles should end up in here. So we'll simulate this. Put a bunch of honey bottles in. This should trigger. That sugar scared me. Yeah, okay, so this is working. So we get the honey blocks, we also get the glass bottles, and what we're probably gonna have to do is we're gonna need to item filter out the glass bottles and then do a giant line of droppers. You know, when I do command blocks, I try and make it as simple as I possibly can. Same thing with redstone, and the redstone is not cooperating. More problems. So I finished the squished item filter. It's very janky. It just barely gets past that redstone. But the dropper elevator is in a very awkward place as well, because it may not be immediately obvious, but this needs to draw a signal right here. But that dropper needs to put items into here. So it's like, okay, hoppers across the top, right? Except for there's no way to trigger that top dropper. There's no space in here. So I think what we're going to have to do is actually move these command blocks. Interestingly, these are the only flexible things in here. I could move all of the command blocks down there, but that would be a nightmare. Okay, and then we can put these droppers hidden behind the wall here. And the redstone can go in that little nook that we just created. Perfect. A kitty. Can we tame it with cooked fish? Got a lot of cooked cod. Nothing uncooked. Oh wait, there's a cod right here. Just pour it out. Yeah, there used to be a cat sitting above that entrance to protect us from creepers. And it... No, wait. I'm shifted. That's one way. Maybe the minigame we made last episode is helping after all. And... Oh. There we go. Creeper protection. And a little bit of extra life in our island as well. Oh man. I'm almost done with the dropper tower here. Let's see if I can place the block. And here we go. Reaches all the way to the top now. And actually can hop over that comparator that we need to have. Excellent. Oh my word. This is a nightmare. Now, if I'm correct, I believe all I have to do is place this hopper. It's gonna suck way too many of these things. No, I forgot something. That can't go down, so this is not on. No. Oh, that was supposed to be it. Okay, I think I can stand to move one command block, which I believe is what we're gonna have to do. Then we clear that out, and we can make this a full block, so we can step down. I wanted to make this full system on any other beehives we had, but no. This is way overcomplicated. I think it works, maybe. Oh, I've tried so many times, but I think this actually might be the time that works. Yeah, so it's drinking it up now. I had to do a bunch of fiddling around because it was actually enabled like constantly. Oh. Anywho, it's only sucking up the glass bottles here. Puts the glass bottles over here. I forgot that this doesn't make any sound, which is really nice. And then that goes all the way up the tower and pours back into here. Oh. Oh, to really be sure, we should probably put some honey bottles in here. See if we get honey blocks. 49, 50, and the glass. Oh my word. Oh, this was ridiculously hard. Oh my goodness. Well, with that, I think we can start patching this place up. There, now not even the target block is showing. So now we can actually think about other beehives. So I picked up the other ones here. Ideally, we need to indent them in the wall somewhere, not on a tree because of some of the redstone. Actually, right here might be just right. All right, here's one. We'll set up the beehive when we're fully ready to go. And what we're gonna do here, oh, I didn't fill up the filter. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna farm honeycomb rather than like the whole glass bottles. It's way easier because we can just have one filter for honeycombs, which right now I'll just fill up with grass, I guess. And then we'll have to restock the shears manually, but it shouldn't be too bad. And then we'll get Bach. There we go. We'll get the coordinates here. We'll need those for the command. And final spot, I was thinking we could maybe bury in here somewhere. Actually, we could even put it down like under here. Sometimes bees like to kind of go under bridges. And there's our second one. Paste that one into chat. We got our 2 beehives. And then we just copy this command into here with the correct coordinates. And here we go. Swap it out. Ooh, this has 3 bees in it. Well, there's one already. Here, get splashed. They should have the shorter time as well. Oh, yep, he popped out pretty quick. Oh, they already filled it up. Wow, they're fast. All right, let's just make sure that this does what it's supposed to. There was nothing in there when the redstone happened, so there we go. And it popped out. That's not good. Oh, it gives a lot of honeycomb though. That's nice. Oh, looks like it worked. Well, that simplifies things because now we don't need an item filter. Cool. There we go. Nice and simple. Sweet. All right, and for our last mission here, we are going to attempt to find, I think his name was Sonic Boom? So he was in the Nether. All right, well, I have my Pokemon balls, and actually the lead might be more useful. Wait a second. He's at -10. That means he's under bedrock. Now, normally when these snowballs catch a mob, it used to teleport them to -10 before the world border got, or the world height got extended, or like, you know, lowered. That would imply he's a duplicate, except for no other Sonic Boom exists in the world. We'll just double check. Yeah, there's just one. So through some freak accident, he managed to get himself teleported below the bedrock border? I don't know. Look at that. He has pollen on him still. Sonic Boom. It's been so long. I wondered where you were. Whoa. No, you know what? That's probably how he got there. It probably wasn't loaded and he just like ran through. Oh. He just immediately went into his hive. He's like, I'm back home. Finally. I was going to clip Sonic Boom's wings, but now that the portal cooldown works, he probably will be safe. Oh, before I forget, we were kind of cheesing a lot of those honey things. So I figure about a stack is probably fair here. Because we kept doing this thing where I'd make them pop out of the hive, even though they didn't have speed. So there we go. Goodbye, honey blocks. I think we'll be just fine. It's kind of cool too. I wasn't really trying to do this, but we made a honeycomb farm. Just a little simple one, and I have no way of getting honeycombs. Now I can actually like wax copper and stuff. I couldn't do that before. But anyways, I'm glad we fixed that. Let's make sure Sonic Boom gets his Super Bee tag. I'm really glad we got the redstone for all this working. It is a cool thing to be able to like make it all loop. What? No, that shouldn't be there. Oh, there's a hopper underneath that campfire. Okay. I'll have to deal with that. But in the meantime, I can enjoy the wonderful atmosphere of all the bees flying around. Definitely makes our island feel a little bit more alive. But anyway, that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you thought of the episode, if you liked it or disliked it, or had any strong feelings. And that'll be all from me. So I'll catch you in the next one. Later, later.